Hi everyone. I hope you're all doing well. I'm hoping also this kind of isolation is not hard on you. Sometimes it gets to me. Other times, I just get too busy to actually feel anything different than the usual. I wanted to finish this up earlier. I started earlier, but I had a million interruptions. But I still want to send it tonight because some of you I know that you start your day a little bit later and you end the day also later. Pretty much like that too. I got an email from College Board today. The email is kind of long and it has a lot of steps, so I thought of breaking it up a little bit, and I want to give you just what you need to know now. And in a few days, I will give you the rest, which is just following a good schedule. I'm pretty sure some of you who are preparing for testing week are kind of busy. I had received most of your feedback for the amount of work that you're going to have next week coming up, the next 2 weeks. And I'm going just to try to be as flexible as I always been, by the way. So the only posting I had been putting is just to help you get through the review. But let's talk about this information that College Board has sent, especially because you're going to be taking the test from home online. So they call it the 5 steps before the AP exam. And as you can see, there are some important things that you should know. When you open the email, you can see that there are some of these links that are actually clickable. You have to. There are some demos and other things. So let's get started. So the thing to know is that you have this testing guide that is very long. I This particular one piece is a screenshot that I took of that long guideline that they gave you or they're giving you. I suggest to browse through it and look at the points that maybe are really important or more or less intuitive. Let's put it that way. So there is an overview video, which I think is important that you watch it. It's a YouTube link to it. So watch it. So the day of the exam, you're prepared for it. It shouldn't be part of the anxiety of taking the test because you're already going to be comfortable knowing how to do it. They give you a practice or a demo, exam demo, which I actually took it, and let's see what I did. So they're going to give you an 8-character APID. Once you get it, you can actually try the demo, which is very simple. You don't have to do much. You give your name. I didn't take that screenshot. Just the name, your personal information, and then the email address where you're taking the test from. Definitely from home, I presume. School is not open, will not be open, and as of today, it has been official that we won't have any more school in the building. It will be obviously online. Make sure that you do click the agree to the terms so you can get that continue in yellow. Once you do that, then you're going to start the exam. It will look something like that. Try the demo and you'll see how it works. It didn't do much, just kind of play with it a little bit. Um, then at one point, it's going to ask you to submit the response. Question number 1, The timer will be showing, like you see it right here. You're going to attach the response. Make sure you do that. Or paste the response, either one. I think you will get something like this, somewhere in there, showing you where you are, the status bar, as you can see, right here. What do I want to bring to your attention here? I think I had a screenshot of this. I think it's coming up now. There we go. So you will see this showing up when you actually do the demo. I suggest you actually do it and read it. Something about important things to know will be the timing. I know that some students in the past are kind of unaware of what time is, or how time actually moves as you go through the test. So be aware of the fact that you have 50 minutes over here. And a couple of other things over here that I want you to read it, pay attention to it, spend the time looking at that. These are the minimal things that you should do. What's next? Yes, this is what I want you to be aware of. So this is just the screenshots as I went through. Again, question number 2, blah, 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 blah. But there is one thing over here coming up that I want you to, there we go. Your response will have to be in one of these formats. Even though you're allowed to use an IDE, whatever you do, it has to be attached, pasted in one of those 1, 2, 3, 4 formats, actually 5 formats. So keep that in mind. Also keep in mind that the size matters over here. Minimum is 1 kilobytes and max is 15 megabytes. Of course, the submit. And then it's going to say something else at the end. Oh, yeah, that you can try the demo as many times as you want to. Information that you need to know also that came in that long email that I mentioned before is that you will have a Java quick reference. Here's the link for it, as you can see it, and what's on the link. I also took a screenshot of it, and is just minimal. It's an open notes book anyways, but even with open notes, you have to know where things are. Here is the quick references about the string library, the string class, the integer class, the wrapper class double. It also, as you can see, pay attention that it's also using built-in types, primitive data types. The same thing with integer. It's a wrapper class, and int is a built-in types. They do the same thing for the double. And then we have the math class. Remember all this, the math class, all you do, make sure you know all of the methods, how they've been used. As you can see, it's very minimal information that it gives you. Here we have the equals method. Remember that we talked about the equals method. It has to be implemented for each class, because the one that comes from the object doesn't really, only compares the references of the actual objects. Then we have the toString method. Remember that it returns a string. We also talk about that a toString method should be implemented for each individual class, or ADD as we call it. That was all part of the email. I want to add some more information to that, which is, remember that in PowerSchool Learning, there is a tab in which you can watch the videos from College Board for the AP review. So if you go to the PowerSchool Learning, click on College Board, it pull down, and here is the YouTube live videos, which now they're not all live, they are recorded. One more thing is in the activities, you have the assignments that I give you every day, which is based on the units from the AP Classroom. Uh, I think we have the first video from Jillian, in which it actually shows how she answered the questions. There will be, I'm hoping that everybody's going to contribute a little bit with that. So I'll be contacting you guys to do one specific question. None of these units are long. Actually, they are coming from the AP Classroom. They're not that big. You have multiple choice questions, and then you have the full responses. They also tell you the topics that is the actual unit about. This is important to know so you can identify what it is that you need to focus on if you are not sure of what you're responding. So this is what that email that I'm sending you is. I thought I'd turn in the email into a video. I will actually attach this PDF so you can look at what I was talking about. Of course, you can email me. We can actually have a chat. We can also have a Zoom session if you have any questions or anything. I don't know, anything else, just let me know. I'm always available. My office hours are always 24 hours, 7 days a week. I might not respond right away. Sometimes there are other things, other students keeping me busy, and a lot of other interruptions, like you probably know since you're home too. Have a good night, and I hope to talk to you soon. Big kisses. Bye.